What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 5th episode of the It's Stuck with Nasty podcast. Yeah, I am out of fingers on one hand. We have been doing this for 5 weeks in a row. Definitely feels good accomplishing something every week, you know, that I tell myself that I'm going to get done. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you checking out the podcast again and all the other podcasts and checking out the broadcast. You guys rock. So keep it up. It's all about that experience, and that's what this episode's about. Everyone experiences things differently. We see things, we hear things, smell things, feel things, and taste things differently. Like, remember that viral picture of what the dress color was? Was it gold or white, or was it black and blue? Yeah, so many people. It was like this huge outrage on what the colors were, because that's how different these people, you know, saw these things. You know, some things people love and are passionate about, others may despise it for a reason or another. Who knows what the reason is, but, you know, they literally hate the thing or the person for liking the thing. Craziness. You know, sometimes we are just too quick to pass judgment. These are humans that enjoy things like you and I. You know, we're humans that enjoy things. We're all the same. If this thing that people enjoy is not hurting anyone, then please allow them to enjoy it, whether you like it or not. You know, you don't have to like what other people are into. You know, believe it or not, the world doesn't revolve around you. Your world may, however, the rest of it doesn't. So allow people to enjoy what they want to enjoy. So the gaming and broadcasting community is all too familiar with being scrutinized for doing something that we love to do. Sure, plenty of people will never understand what drives us to enjoy video games and broadcasting, but try explaining downloadable content to those who don't take part in video game industry. Phew, they'll look at you like you have a third arm growing out of your forehead when you try to explain what DLC is and why we buy it. DLC, or downloadable content, has been a thing since all of our games went online. DLC allowed us to get new and exciting things that improved our experience after we saw all the original game had to offer, basically. You know, due to games lately though, like Fortnite, DLC has become a business model in itself. Fortnite, is a battle royale style game. It's super cartoony and fun, and you can get the most played part of the game for absolutely free. You don't have to pay for the game. You just go on their website and download it. So the thing that everybody's playing out here, millions and millions of people that are playing a free version of the game. Most games cost you $30 to $60 for what they are giving away for free. Where Fortnite makes their millions is from downloadable cosmetic items, or what you'll hear as skins. You know, these items change the way your character and some of the items in the game look. The items are a digital product that you pay real money to obtain. Now, before you get angry, remember, you paid nothing for the game. You know, skins and other DLC content of the like improve the player's experience in the game. And if it makes them happy, then a few bucks here and there may be 100% worth it. The supposed problem I have seen is kids using their parents' credit cards to buy things, or crying and throwing fits if their parents won't buy them skins, you know, because all their friends have these skins, and, you know, Ninja's got every skin that comes out, obviously. But they're leading parents to this super negative and to throw shade on the game developers. No, I don't think your kid should be scamming your credit card, but blaming a business for making money in a fair way is just silly, in my opinion. Especially after providing you with the game for free. Skins are 100% optional. The lack of control with kids needs to be handled on the home front. Not blaming a business for a business. Not blaming a business for being a business, you know? Especially since they're doing it in a fair way, in my opinion, honestly. I think Fortnite is doing it fairly. I think it's a good model, and I don't think they're taking advantage of anybody. If we want to, however, delve into a not so fair way to make / scam money from people buying DLCs, we would have to look at things called loot boxes. Loot boxes again have been around for a while, and many titles, especially like AAA titles, use them, like Call of Duty, Overwatch, Destiny. There's plenty other ones out there. But loot boxes are basically, when opened, they randomly give you an item in the game. So it may be a super common or maybe super rare. Either way, it's like playing a slot machine. You're using real money to buy chances at getting what you want. So unlike Fortnite, which shows you exactly what you are buying so you know what to expect, this model is uber shady and a cash grab. So you don't know what you're gonna get from these boxes. It's a random roll, or if whatever you want to call it. But like I said, it's like a slot machine. You're pulling a lever and it's spitting something out. It might be some pennies, it might be some quarters, it might be $1, but you don't know what you're gonna be getting back. Again, you could get loot boxes from playing the game, but you'll get a couple here and there, you know, if you're playing a good amount. You know, I don't feel that this is a bad business model, however. I feel that it preys on people's weaknesses towards gambling, though. So this is inciting a habit or an addiction that that many struggle to control. So in this case, with randomly generated loot, I feel they are taking advantage of people and causing harm. The other stain on video game DLC is, you know, perhaps not receiving a quote-unquote full game and having content that is locked behind pay-to-play walls. You know, the player buys a game for $60 and then feels that they should be getting more than what was provided, or that all the cool stuff needs to be bought with cash. Sure, there are instances like this, but I feel that there's less than some people make it out to be. You know, every year it seems people want more and more and more out of the base $60 game. The game designers could work for 5 years perfecting a base game with like 200 gigabytes of data and people would still expect more. In my opinion, controversial or not, I have never played a game that I feel I did not get my $60 worth before acquiring DLC. If the game wasn't worth the original $60, I never bought the DLC and then traded it or sold it for, you know, a third of what I paid for it, and then I'd be out $40 or whatever. But not every game is gold. So yeah, sure, there's some negative press out there involving video games and the industry, but like any industry, the news focuses on the bad. So whether we're talking about DLC and loot boxes and gambling, or if we're talking about it making your children violent because the games are too violent, the news is going to focus on the bad things and completely disregard anything good that's really happened. So what most people don't realize is the overwhelming good that the gaming and broadcasting community has brought to this world. Games have brought many people together. Communities have grown organically out of sheer love for playing a video game. People have literally met countless friends and even found their soulmates in these communities. Sure, people outside love to talk about internet friendships not being real, but it's because they have never been a part of one, and they have seen the beauty that can come of it. We're in a digital world. Why can you only make friends within 50 miles of your house, or only at your school, or only at your local bars? The internet has literally brought the entire world closer together. Why can't internet friends that you talk to daily, express many of the same views with, enjoy many of the same things as, you know, why can't those be real friends? These are real humans on the other ends of these connections. They feel pain, they feel happiness, just as you or I would. The notion that you need to be within close physical proximity to a person to become friends is a load of baloney. It's asinine. It's ridiculous. There are communities out there like She Snaps. She's a broadcaster. She's a broadcaster on Twitch. Her community, where she emphasizes mental health, and the people within the community are extremely positive and uplifting to those who may be struggling internally. Some of these people may have a difficult time expressing their feelings in person, but being part of a group where many others have and are experiencing the same situations is extremely helpful for them. And then there's people like Professor Broman, K Magic 101, and King Gothalion, all friends down in Florida, all Twitch streamers. Actually, I think K Magic is now on Mixer. But yeah, check those guys out as well. But they put together Guardian Con, and this was like basically at the beginning of Destiny 1, about midway through Destiny 1's, hurrah. But they put this Guardian Con, and they were raising money for St. Jude. They literally, like, this year, they literally raised enough money to run the hospital for a day. That's $2.7 million. Please tell me again how games and broadcasting are worthless and a waste of time. It's all about how you use the platform that you have. And if it's gaming that reaches millions of people and brings communities and people together to do great things in the world, then so be it. The internet can be used to unite people in a common cause to better the world, or you can, remain closed-minded and only associate yourself with people from your same city, who you always see at the grocery store, and have the same similar life experiences, and you can just watch how little you grow. It's time to broaden your mind, guys. Expand your world. Stop being so closed-minded and pretending that, the internet is bad, and stay away from all people on the internet. I get the scariness of not seeing people on the other end, but that is the beauty of broadcasting. These people are literally videotaping. Wow, videotape. Yeah, like anyone's still using videotape, guys. Hey, go ahead and pop in my Twitch VHS over here, and we'll give that a look-see. No. People are literally recording themselves in video, talking and being completely transparent. They're being, vulnerable. That's what we connect to, the vulnerability of these people. They're not putting on an act. These are people being themselves, broadcasting things they love to do, which just so happens to be something else that you love as well. So, I don't know. Just stop being so close-minded, people. Get on the happy train with the rest of us. And now it's time for the last week's review. So first off, we're going to start with the results of last week's poll, which was, pineapples on pizza, yes or no. And the people who were pro pineapples, even though it was very close, took the slice. Anyways, so the podcast made it out on Monday, as per usual. Episode 4. This is now episode 5. Podcast is now most recently on Castbox, is actually the app that I use on my phone to listen to podcasts. So it just got put on Castbox as well. So if any of you guys are using that particular app, go ahead and check it out on there. If you heard episode 4, you will know that I recorded in my house once again. As with this episode, I want to provide as much value as I can, and improving the quality of my audio when I'm able to is a way of doing that. So if I have the time, and can work out a good workflow where I'm still getting, all my thoughts out and stuff in the car, and kind of can write them down in a, efficient manner, and then record them at the house, I'm gonna do that. So look forward to more of these crispy sounding episodes. So last week we streamed 4 times, Monday night, Tuesday night, Friday night, and Saturday day. Pretty much all 4 of them were Destiny streams. Some of the Call of Duty streams, it's hard to stay, not salty in some of them. So sometimes I like to keep it casual, keep it fun. For me, I have to have fun too. Actually, that's probably the most important part. I want you guys to have fun, but if I'm not having fun, you're definitely not gonna have fun. So pretty much Destiny all week. So we had the most, so yeah, once again, Saturday just crushed it on nearly all the metrics compared to my other broadcasts, and it almost doubled and tripled what we did last Saturday. So, obviously this stuff's gonna go up and down, but so far Saturdays are pretty solid midday, for playing Destiny anyways, that I've noticed. So I've had the most organic follows, likes, and reactions so far in any broadcast, and that was just this Saturday stream, which was about almost exactly 4 hours. I cut it off at 3 hours and 57 minutes without even realizing it, and then after the fact looked at it and it's like, whoa, I only had 3 minutes till it shut it off by itself, and I was like, I didn't even try to do that. That's how good we're getting. But yeah, and I also saw the algorithm at work on Facebook. It dropped someone I knew from Twitch and Twitter into my broadcast. You know, they didn't click on my link to get there. They didn't search for me or whatever. They dropped them right into my lap, you know, which is super cool. So it does help people that are interested in the same things as you find you. So that's an awesome thing Facebook Live has going for it. Another thing I'm trying to do a little bit more, not on all the videos because I don't want to overwhelm people, but I'm trying to make the beginning of my videos, you know, catchy to the eye. So people are like hovering over them, you know, they may be more intrigued to click, you know, not necessarily like clickbait, but you know, you're seeing something cool. Okay, so I guess it's clickbait. But I want to get more eyes on, you know. I'm not doing anything stupid. It's just something that you typically don't see, you know, broadcasters do. So. And I also started looking for music and stuff that I could purchase as an intro to this podcast, but I don't really like anything yet, so I don't want to rush into that, especially since I kind of like the music background that Anchor kind of provides. So yeah, we'll see going forward. So this week's plan, we're going to keep this week's plan simple as I try to develop, you know, a good workflow for creating content. I'm trying to be, you know, more productive with some of the stuff that I'm getting out there on Instagram, Twitter, you know, everything, you know. So it's tough. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it and the most efficient way to do it. So we're going to stick to 3 or 4 streams, probably stick to my current schedule, something like Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know. I have some ideas for videos I want to create for YouTube, but I don't want to put too much on my plate yet. I'm just trying to keep it, you know, comfortable working smaller, you know, small tasks into my week over time, you know, so it doesn't feel like too big of a burden, you know. I mean, I enjoy doing this stuff, so it's not really a burden, but I still have to make time to, I only have so much time. I got to make sure everything gets done. And I don't want to put too much stuff on my plate. So in the nature of Halloween this week, the poll is pirates or ninjas. So those were super common costumes back when I was growing up, so I don't know if they still are or not. Probably not. I don't know. But yeah, so pirates or ninjas, could be movies, could be costumes, could be whatever. But head on over to Facebook and cast your vote, or on Twitter too. I'll run one on Twitter as well. So anyways, thank you all for listening to this episode. Hope you found it entertaining. Be sure to head over to the channel and drop those follows. As it stands, we're sitting at 49 follows. My goal is to hit 100 before the end of 2018. I know we can do it. It's not that crazy. Come on, guys. 2 months. Let's do this thing. But be sure to follow on Twitter and Instagram as well at It's ThugWigNasty. I'll keep you posted for all the times that I go live on Facebook. Have an amazing week, everybody, and a horrifying Halloween. I will catch you next time.